Across India, public anger is boiling over. Thousands of students are pushing against barricades, clashing with police, and demanding immediate answers from the government. The breaking point was the NEET exam. Millions of students spend years preparing for this medical entrance test, only to discover the entire system was compromised by widespread question paper leaks. The outrage quickly centralized at Jantar Mantar in New Delhi, a historical epicenter for political dissent. Here, students are organizing around a single demand: accountability for the broken examination process. This is a total collapse of public trust. When the primary gateway to a professional career is rigged, the overarching institutions dictating the futures of Indian youth lose their legitimacy. Under immense pressure from these ongoing demonstrations, Union Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan has officially stepped down. In his public statement, he cited national interest as the primary reason for his exit, bowing out after days of intense scrutiny over the examination irregularities. This resignation is the endpoint of a career that began on the other side of the barricades. The student agitation ending his career today is a mere image of the movement that launched it decades ago. Pradhan's exit completes a decades-long historical loop, returning him to the same crisis that launched his political life. Decades before he was a union minister, Pradhan was a college student in Bhubaneswar, navigating a deeply flawed educational system. He emerged as a fierce leader during a massive wave of local student unrest, rallying his peers and demanding action from authorities. The specific catalyst for his anger at the time was the exact same issue he faces today: severe allegations of a question paper leak. What began as a demonstration against examination irregularities quickly escalated. The protests turned violent, cementing into one of the most significant youth movements in the state's history. Pradhan built his political identity by fighting against the exact institutional failure that is currently sweeping across the country. The visibility he gained as a street-level agitator gave him a powerful platform. He parlayed that momentum straight out of grassroots activism and into the political mainstream. Step by step, the outsider integrated into the legislative establishment he had once aggressively protested against. His steady rise eventually peaked with his appointment to one of the most powerful portfolios in the cabinet, Union Minister of Education. His new mandate meant he was responsible for overseeing the structural design and security of all national competitive examinations, including the NEET. The man who once hurled accusations at administrators from elevated platforms was now the chief architect tasked with defending that system. By accepting the highest educational office, the former rebel took on total liability for an examination network he already knew was vulnerable, which brings us directly back to the chaos currently unfolding over the NEET exam. The student agitator who built his career fighting compromised exams has been ousted by them. If a politician who intimately understood the vulnerabilities of these tests from his days on the outside couldn't secure them from the inside, the rot goes all the way to the foundation. The system operates on a repetitive cycle. An exam leak triggers protests, forcing a political resignation, leading right back to another compromised exam. Sacking a minister absorbs public anger, creating the illusion of accountability, without ever touching the actual mechanics of how tests are administered. Pradhan stepping down might satisfy the immediate political demands in New Delhi, but it doesn't offer a single concrete solution to the millions of affected youth. One politician's career has come perfectly full circle, but for India's students, they remain trapped in a recurring nightmare of compromised futures.